This episode of What Now is brought to you in part by the best place to find Christian apparel and accessories, Christ Gear. Be bold, be strong, be courageous. For more information on where to buy Christ Gear, see the link in the description below. Like, rate, subscribe.
I thought you were a Chargers
Show your
fan.
brother, show your girlfriend, show your
I
boyfriend,
am.
show your best friend, show your aunt, show your grandma, show your uncle. Grab their phone, subscribe on their phone.
You and your daughter.
And your daughter.
Yeah.
Don't forget about the sons, too.
You know how you rock. Yeah, go ahead, man. Let's go ahead.
Don't make me mad.
All right. We'll see y'all next week. Peace, peace, peace.
Player out here, ain't he?
Hey. You're not playing.
We can start with us.
Okay. Oh, yeah, because it'll pop up. Never mind.
He's ugly anyway.
Period.
Sorry.
Ow!
Okay. Welcome to an all-new episode of What Now, where we take the hottest sports topics, dissect them, correct them, and bring them to you from our perspective. I'm Jamie, and along with me is Tarri, Tobias, and Jalen.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Take it for me, Jay.
West Virginia.
Yeah. Mountain Mama.
Keep going.
There, you see it.
Take me on.
I don't see anything.
Country roads.
It's an audio only podcast.
It was
Can't
the
see
big... Oh, that kind of stuff. The big wad of popcorn you just shoveled in down your gullet.
Hey, maybe they need to sponsor us.
you.
What's the Act 2 microwave popcorn? Extra buttery, crispy.
Oh.
Bye.
No
You see the
free ad,
steam.
sir.
You see the steam.
You got a movie tonight? You watching a movie tonight?
Mm-hmm.
Not come.
My life's a movie.
What? All right. Okay.
All right. Can we just get... All right. Let's get into it. Hold on. I somehow lost her. Okay.
No. Sorry.
Well, I guess I could ask about how y'all's weeks are, but
You don't really care.
Don't care.
I do care. But I already know. We've already been talking.
Thank you for caring, Jamie. The rest of the
I
other
do
two don't care.
care.
Thank you.
Oh my God. All right. But what I care about more is y'all's week 4 overreactions. And I'm
Wow.
gonna
What a
my
transition. I love
My-
that transition, Jamie.
thank you. I thought it was pretty good.
It was
Well,
pretty good.
That
All
was
right.
an A++.
Thank you. So let's hear it. Let's hear y'all's overreactions week 4.
What we got?
We got a
We do-
football heavy
yeah,
episode today.
we do.
It's all football.
I don't know where to start.
Ain't nothing else
honestly.
on really now till baseball playoffs start.
But we got some, tonight is actually, we're digressing. Eh.
You said you don't know where to start, Tobias?
I don't.
Start somewhere.
Overreactions.
I'm full of overreactions. Y'all know that.
Okay, I've got one. Michigan is not a top, or they're not a number 2 team. How about that?
Got him. Talk to him.
That's actually
I don't really think that's an overreaction. I just think that's accurate.
no, I think that's a fair assessment. Why do you think so though?
I mean, you just haven't been outstanding enough for me to say that's a top 2 team. You've been
So-
good. I'm not.
So we haven't done anything basically.
You have, but nothing that stands out.
To
You've
be
won
honest,
games.
Who has?
No one's
That's what I was
really.
about to say. I don't think anyone has though.
Georgia's only number 1 because they're
No,
Georgia.
Exactly.
They're not this great team.
They're basing these first like couple weeks. It's less of what they've done this season, more of what we know about them already. So that's why I think we're ranked that high. Do I think we're a number 2 team? I don't know about that. I'm not really convinced.
College football really is not
Mid.
been living up to par. You know?
Yeah, last week,
NFL's much better, isn't it?
no.
Or
It's still-
about time y'all get interesting. Jeez.
Last
No.
week was very,
That is
very,
not how you
very
attack that argument.
underwhelming.
What did you say, Jamie?
Last week was underwhelming for what it could have been, because it
It
was supposed to
was.
be a lot of really good games, and it was.
You
Well,
talking about college football or NFL?
yeah.
NFL has been boring the past couple seasons.
Well, that's because
But-
the Buccaneers. You know what? I'm gonna leave that alone.
No,
College-
all around. Betting and
No.
fantasy is what makes it more exciting. Like some of the games are just meh.
Fantasy is not fun to me.
You beat me.
You tried your hardest too, didn't you?
I did. I thought I was going to pull it out.
I promise you, I scored almost 170, and if you would have beat me, I would have quit.
I thought I was gonna.
Shout out Matt Williams.
I've actually gotten a reaction. I don't know if we've already said this about college football. I guess if UGA loses, we're not going to get an SEC team in the playoff. I think there's way too many teams outside the SEC. I'm not saying Big Ten. I'm saying outside the SEC that are good. I think starting off, I think USC, Oregon, Washington, those all serious contenders. Big Ten, you got the three: Penn State, Michigan, Ohio State. But Big 12, I have Texas, and y'all gonna laugh at me, Oklahoma. They beat Texas and they go undefeated. They're going to be right there in the talk. So if any team outside, this could be bias, could be my bias right here. Outside, I think of Michigan, Ohio State, and Penn State, if they lose to each other, if you get one loss, I think you're one and done. Like you're out. Because there's way too many competitive teams right now.
Well, I think it's almost impossible for an SEC team not to make the playoffs
I agree
because
with that.
they're going to play whoever wins the SEC championship. Basically, that's a ticket to the playoffs.
They're going to put one in because the committee decides it.
But
So
let's
they're gonna put who gets views. SEC
Yeah.
teams are gonna get viewership. That's that.
let's play the overreaction. Let's play this overreaction imagination game. Let's say Georgia loses. Their loss is to Tennessee. Tennessee wins out, and then they make the SEC championship. Do you want to put a one-loss Tennessee team who got beat down by Florida in the playoffs with Washington and Oregon and USC and all these flashy teams that are actually playing at a high level? Like,
I think
But
they-
if Tennessee wins the SEC championship, that means they then beat another good SEC team at some
do
point.
they?
I'm not
Because
saying-
no one in the West looks good right now. Nobody.
I'm not saying you're wrong. I don't really think this is an overreaction. I just don't agree with you solely because I know how they vote. I think you're right, but I know
what
how
they- it's what
they'll vote for viewership, and that's who's
My
gonna
pizza's ready.
Sorry, Jamie.
Go get it.
pizza.
What was I about to say? Yes, a chill episode today. We eating food. You can actually, if you watch this episode right now,
I
man,
wish
go get
everybody saw
your
the way.
coffee. Him run. Oh, we gonna put it on
Can
gotta
you
put it
even
on
see it?
there. Yeah, you can.
Oh, that has to be.
But back to like the take what you said, Jamie. I think like the better way to rephrase that is that I don't think the SEC
They
team
shouldn't.
if they don't deserve to be in the 14. And the only reason why is probably back to your thing about the media and whatnot. But I'm still sticking on my Big Ten take about two teams. Hey, listen, we looking pretty serious, legit. Penn State looking scary.
Where's your
That was my
pizza?
take at first, by the way. I'm just letting you have it at this point because you won't acknowledge that.
All right, you may have said it, but I made it look cool. How about that?
Congratulations, Tobias. Well, are y'all well, we're not done. Miss Jamie and Mr. Tobias were like very excited that Colorado lost. That was an overreaction, not in itself, but just y'all reactions were over the top.
Glad I said that because I can pull up
Anybody-
my receipts right now and show you what I said.
Anybody though who knows me as a person
You
knows
got to get context to everybody, y'all.
Huh?
I said we have to give context
Oh.
before you start just diving in.
Anybody who knows me knows that I don't like anything that's overrated. I don't like it. Even stupid stuff like Netflix shows. If everyone's watching it, I'm not watching it. It gets on my nerves. Seriously. When
think
Squid Game was a thing, that was ridiculous. I didn't watch it because everyone was Squid Game. It got on my nerves. I
think
might
it's more
now.
more stuff is not overrated. Probably you just don't like when stuff gets too hyped up.
I don't,
Oh,
especially when I don't really feel like Colorado got the hype that they. Yes, the story's cool. Yes, Dion is Dion. I don't have a problem with that. My problem is the way it just got it got
Out of
to be
control.
too overhyped, and the team got exposed. They were not as good as people who don't even know college football. How about that?
There you
Thought
go.
they were gonna.
Spit facts on Jamie.
I'm
But that-
not. I'm not like preying on someone's downfall. I just don't like. I like that they got exposed because they were not
Yeah.
ever all that.
I mean, piggybacking
Will
off
they
of
be a good team?
Alright.
Yeah. Give them a little bit. They'll be good. People will go play for Dion and Warren Sapp, apparently, who's going to join the coaches.
That's funny.
Piggybacking off of that, like we're not saying that we are so happy that Colorado lost. Like it's more about the fact that I'm a college football fan. I love college football, and I hated the fact that not even just Dion, if it been anybody that came into college football and got that much hype, that much respect by fans who don't watch college football at all, and just saying, "Oh, they're about to, they're a legit team. They can compete with all these guys and stuff." Everyone's hyping up like they can compete with SEC schools. And I'm saying pump the brakes, man. It's gonna take a couple years, but like, no, man, next year, like
I want to know
next year,
who said that.
Who been saying that?
I want to know who said that can compete with them. Because I don't think anybody.
It's not the fact that it's not in fact that anybody says it, but that's what's being implied. They're being put on that pedestal like that. Like you got actual teams out here who will fight for, like Oregon. Oregon is playing a high level. They're getting covered as much. You got teams like USC, not Clemson. I'm about to say Clemson. Florida State. All these undefeated teams are playing at such high levels right now that aren't getting the clout that Colorado's got. They've been put on the pedestal, and that was my whole problem about it. And then now we're all like, and then I guess, and I feel Oregon what his coach said, because they kind of got tried. Like they're like, oh man, Colorado's gonna come in here, they're gonna upset him with it. I ain't gonna lie, I kind of thought they're gonna make it interesting. But then when you watch that game, you start to understand how hard it is to win in college football, because Oregon these players have been playing to play together years before this. They've been recruited especially to play on this specific team, this specific scheme. They had known about each other when they're like sophomores in high school. And then you got Colorado just pieced together a team literally in 6 months.
I originally said, I probably didn't say it on the podcast, so y'all can call me a liar if you want. But I originally, I think it was Shagun. Shout out to Shagun. He watches the show. He said that after both of their 2 wins, he said Colorado was the top 25 team. And I was, in my mind, I didn't think they was actually going to make top 25 until they beat a top school like a Oregon, just because last year they were 1 and whatever. And it kind of takes a while for you to get the top 25 if your last year was like that. But I feel like I'm not a big person on hype either, but I think in this case it was just more people, because clearly it's a lot of people that don't really watch college football that's just like Colorado.
That's the problem.
So I think in this case, instead of it being about football, I think it was just more about people excited for the fact that Dion was successful, or is successful so far, because right now he's still successful. They won more games than they did last year already. And I think that was the big thing over the hype. Unlike the Cowboys, who haven't been successful at all, and they just still get hype. Mm-hmm. I think that was the reason for the hype rather than the football part of it, if that makes sense.
I would say
it's prime time.
I would say, to piggyback off of Reek, I think you guys are again replying to things that you're seeing, rather than like keeping it in the realm of people who know what you're talking about. Like, we had a conversation on the pod about what's their ceiling, and you said, Tobias, that their ceiling was 9. And I was saying top 15 around there, like absolute ceiling. And like Greek said, they won 1 game last year. So I think their hype off the field is completely warranted. I think people saying that they can compete is a different story. Again, Dion is somebody that you can get behind, like, again, off the field, spirituality, motivational, like leadership, just things of that nature. And then, starting at a HBCU and then showing them how to win, and then working his way up to these bigger schools. I don't think people's support is football related. So like all of these fans aren't fans. They're fans of a trend. They're fans of, I won't even call it a trend, because I think it's going to be more permanent than we would kind of like to admit. I think, again, they've gone past all expectation their first 2 weeks. Like, I thought maybe they could compete with Oregon, and then you see two teams on the field that are completely different, and then you're like, okay, cool. So now we have like a good measuring stick to see them by. But I think next year is going to be their test. Really, I think they'll finish. I think they'll finish out strong against the team that they should beat. Again, you said they pulled the team together in 6 months. Like
If
80% of their team is not the same, and for them
if he can
come out
make a
and do what they
splash
did.
in that transfer portal, then yeah, I think because I mean it was like Oregon was like a measure stick to see how far behind. Or Oregon's a good team, but that front seven isn't a real no disrespect. It's not a real power seven front seven. That's not an SEC front seven. That's not a Big Ten front seven. That's not a power school. If Colorado can hang with that, that speaks more about depth than anything to me. Because first off, Dean's got to he's got to use the transfer portal, and that can only get him the first start 5. You're not going to get a transfer of 15 linemen that are 4 or 5 stars, and that's what Bama has. That's what UGA has. That's what all the guys, cream of the crop, the guys who are in that playoff. That's what they have. These 5-star linemen, and they have depth. I think it'll take a couple years, a few years of recruiting, a few years of transfer portals for Deion to get to that level where we can actually say coming into the year, Deion is going to be a threat. He's really going to be a problem for these SEC, these Big Ten schools.
I think the whole Colorado situation right now is a microcosm of where the sport itself is going to go. With the NIL stuff, because probably gonna get them boys that money. I think the transfer portal is going to be a big thing, and I think the expansion of the playoff is going to be another thing too. Since it is expanding, more teams will have the opportunity to showcase those players. I think, I think it's going to be. I want to make a comparison, but I can't figure out one. But just where the sport is going in like its early stages, I think Deion's on the right track.
Like a beta, I'm trying to figure out what's.
I'm trying to think of like I was going to say the Warriors, but like the Warriors won immediately. But like, I don't know.
That boy Sanders fell out the Heisman race completely, according to what they say.
No.
That's what they say. They said he didn't fall out.
Not completely.
They got to win the rest of their games.
Yeah, they got to.
They don't have to win because Kenny Pickett, he was in New York 2 years ago, and then I think Pittsburgh was like what 10-2, something like that. They lost 2 games.
Did he win the Heisman?
No, but he's in New York.
So then, what are you talking about?
It's still winning the Heisman. Yes, it's like the end goal, but to be considered, like to be put in New York, is still really good.
Well, no, I'm talking about winning the Heisman.
I didn't think.
Okay. I did say Heisman race, so you're right.
Yeah.
But in my mind, I was thinking winning the Heisman. I think he's completely out of that race of winning.
Yeah.
No, not what I think. That's what they're saying.
Oh, that's another overreaction. Sorry to just completely derail this, but Michael Penix.
True. He's gonna work this in.
Hey, he's the truth. I put it in there, but like that just reminded me of the Heisman race. I don't know if y'all to see him play, but I watched a little bit of the game on Saturday. And yeah, that goes true. He's a truth.
All right, real quick, any NFL overreactions?
I don't really have any. I feel like week 4 is when things start to not cement, but start to harden up a little bit. It's starting to settle out.
Are the Dolphins that good, or are the Broncos that?
I was about to say. I think the Dolphins might score the most points this year.
You mean ever or this?
No, just saying like season like this, the highest scoring offense this year.
Well, yeah.
I think they can do that easily. I don't know. It's too extreme. They scored 70 points, right? But
I can't even get it mad at it.
That was a college game.
That was a college game. I think the Broncos just suck, and everything I said about Russ, I was wrong about, and I'm sorry for ever getting behind somebody like that.
But
is it Russ?
The crazy thing is Russ didn't even play that bad.
Yeah,
but like
last year,
he's not making a good case for himself if he wants to be the comeback
20 points isn't bad though. 20 points for NFL offense isn't terrible.
Especially after what
70
he played
points
last year.
is
You
god
still
awful.
lost by 50 points though.
The crazy thing
that
is,
Probably if it was 50-0 or 70-20.
the crazy thing is, like last year, the Broncos defense was the only reason they was somewhat in games.
Mhm.
Like, and now the defense is awful. And now Russ is playing. He's not playing like Russ, obviously, but he's playing better than he was last year.
You can't carry that weak talent.
You can only do so much.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, Russ can't score 70 points. I mean, that's like unheard of. At that point, that's on the defense. Like, this loss was solely, I'm not gonna say solely on the defense. I'm gonna say the defense. You can't let them I'm sorry, you can't let 70 points.
Like,
You
they
just
scored
can't.
70 points.
I mean, it's a team loss. I mean, because I guess the offense done something a little bit more to help, but like defense was no help at all. It's like it's non-existent. You let them backup score on you.
Yeah, it's not that good. How do y'all feel about the Bengals playing Joe Burrow through his injury?
I'm with you. I don't like it.
I think if we're gonna redo the conversation we had in the office, you don't spend a number one pick to jeopardize a franchise quarterback like this. If you don't think that you're going to win the Super Bowl this year, you need to sit him down. I don't
But
think
he's already been injured.
he has. He has been injured, and it's like, bruh, he tore his leg in half his rookie season. And he got hurt this year. Like, what are you doing? Why are you?
Already franchises need championships, and they think they don't know what to do when they got a little taste of success.
No, when your mind is that bad, like, bruh, come on.
Is this calf injury the same leg as the knee?
I don't remember. I don't think so though, but I can't fully say.
What's your take on that, Jamie?
Well, just because the calf,
Achilles is next.
well, the main calf muscle crosses the knee, so it would make sense.
And just going down his leg. Oh goodness! Yeah. All right, let's not talk about that no more.
Just like somebody.
Hey, yo,
Tobias, I want to talk about Justin Fields a little bit. Actually,
yes.
I think
He said yes.
Well, he mentioned the coaches were at fault. Did we talk about that last week, or did that happen?
No, that happened this week. That happened this week.
Okay.
That's classic. I'm sorry, this is very unwarranted. That's classic Ohio State culture right there. Just blaming on everything else. Blame it on snow, blame on the ice, blame on the fans, blaming on all that.
I have an
That's
overreaction.
crazy because I thought you blamed all of Herbert's stuff on.
No. There's difference.
He can't stand in that fire. He can't stand in that fire like that.
Hey, speaking of Ohio State,
sweating.
I'm gonna let y'all know now. CJ is gonna be like a top 5 quarterback very soon.
That was nice.
He is nice.
He
proved me wrong.
I meant to say that after the Ravens game, because they played the Ravens first, and he played really well. Like that, he just doesn't have a lot of weapons on the Texans, but he's playing really well for what they have. Bryce Young, on the other hand, now Bryce Young has less weapons, but he doesn't look as good as CJ has. And I think and then also the Texans defense is not that bad. And the way the Jaguars are looking, don't be surprised if the Texans are fighting for that division at the end of the season. I don't think they're gonna win it.
Don't look good at
I can
all.
see it.
Jags have surprised me.
Negatively?
Yes.
Yeah, they don't look good.
They don't look that good.
I don't know. I never really.
T-Law.
I don't really have a feeling toward.
Oh, we're calling him a top 5 quarterback. That's all I'm saying.
Well, not me.
Did we? Somebody.
Yes, y'all all did. I'm pretty sure.
I don't
remember.
I'm positive Tobias did. I'm positive.
Who are we talking about?
I'm more against Trevor Lawrence than I am for him.
If you find that clip, I will put it on my social media and call myself wrong.
Well,
I will. I don't think I did that.
I'll put Elijah on it tomorrow. He'll find it.
I don't remember doing that.
Well, I guess staying on the Jags, how long do we give Trevor Lawrence?
Oh no, he's not on the hot seat yet.
Hold on.
I'm saying, but how long do we give him?
Why don't we transition this? What's up, What Nowers? This episode is brought to you in part by Tarri's Destination Weddings, a full-service travel agency where they specialize in planning weddings in the Caribbean islands and Mexico. Especially for busy clients, there are no worries as all of your wedding plans and guest travel arrangements are taken care of. Whether you're planning to elope or bring hundreds of friends, Tarri's Destination Weddings makes destination wedding dreams come true. For more information, see the link in the description below. How about we go, since we're talking about quarterbacks who aren't doing great, I don't know if he's in your bottom 5, but who are y'all's bottom 5 quarterbacks, if we're going to do that in the NFL right now?
Zach Wilson.
I'm gonna starting.
Zach Wilson's definitely in there.
Who put this in there?
Me. I put it in there.
Bottom 5 QBs.
I just want to see because
It's hard to think about sorry people.
Desmond Ritter, gotta go.
He's just a game.
Game
He's a
manager.
backup.
Say,
Mid.
yeah,
He's just
yeah.
very mid.
He's a
Exactly.
backup for sure.
In my
He's a game
bottom 5.
manager. Kenny Pickett might be there. I'm not gonna lie.
That's what I wanted to
I
see.
didn't wanna
somebody
say it,
say it.
bro.
I wanted to
I
see
didn't wanna
somebody gonna
say
say it.
Kenny Pickett
I
might
don't
be
know,
there.
bro. He just may be in bottom 5.
Kenny Pickett on the hot seat for sure.
Yeah.
'Cause
He
I
not on
don't-
the hot seat. Nah, not
He not on
yet.
the hot seat. He
They
not
gotta
on the
give
hot
it
seat.
Matt
I don't know.
Canada. They
I
gotta
mean,
give it Matt Canada. They give it.
It
George
depends,
Pickens-
it,
George
it
Pickens
depends how
gonna
they
leave.
finish the season.
That's an overreaction too.
If they finish the season in a spot where they can get a quarterback, he definitely on the hot seat.
Oh, absolutely. Oh, hey, if we got a chance to draft like Michael Penix or somebody like that high, we better take that pick. Absolutely.
George Pickens gonna leave, bro. He ain't got time for that. The little halfway rebuilding the Steelers be doing.
That's
If
a
y'all
Ra-
gonna- if y'all
that's a
gonna
Ravens
rebuild-
fan and you hoping for that right there.
No,
I see
if
that-
y'all
I see that
gonna
smile on
rebuild,
you.
if y'all gonna rebuild, y'all need to rebuild because that
If
little
they-
mid is not helping y'all at all.
If they're gonna rebuild, he's gonna be the pinnacle of that offense. He's gonna be the center of that. They're gonna evolve that whole thing.
He seemed like he don't have the mentality to be a part of a rebuild for too long. He seemed like he gave me that vibe.
Throw a bag in his face. But the bottom 5 though, Kenny maybe one. Zach Wilson's definitely one.
Zach Wilson sucks.
Yeah.
Jimmy?
I was thinking Jimmy didn't look too good either.
Jimmy G. I mean, Jimmy G was never that good, bro. He was playing on an all-star team. This is the first time he doesn't have an all-star team. Only has Devontae.
Where's
Justin Fields is 100%. I'm sorry. Yeah, Justin Fields is
No, he's
100%
not.
in that bottom 5. He's in the
No,
bottom
he
5.
isn't.
Yes, let's look up his stats now. It is
Like,
horrible.
no, he isn't. He's better.
Sam
than
Howell.
Horrible. 30 at QBR.
Oh, yeah.
Zach Wilson is at the 32nd. He's the last place.
Did you say Derek Carr?
No, not Derek Carr.
Who did you say?
Yeah.
I
Zach
said
Wilson.
QBR.
Sam Howell. Well, you said Sam Howell.
Oh, Sam Howell.
No. But anyways, Justin Fields is bottom 5. He is.
You think he better than Josh Dobbs?
Josh Dobbs been balling. So he balled out last game. He did.
He been balling this year. That's the first game they won, but he been playing solid.
I don't think he's bottom 5.
Bottom
No.
5 is funny.
It is funny. Yeah, jeez.
Is Baker there?
I
Ooh.
I don't think so, bro.
Ooh.
I don't think
I
Baker is
don't think
not
Baker
that
down there,
bad.
dog.
Oh.
Baker's
Not
a real
bad.
G.
Hey, Mac Jones.
Mac Jones is
Who?
he's not. I don't think he's bottom 5, but
Who? Okay.
Bottom 5, bro.
That's close.
This is how many 5 is, bro. Like these are the absolute worst people.
So if we can rank, let's see. All right, so if we can rank these, will we put Zach
We
Wilson
got
at number 1?
Zach
Gotta go
down there.
back.
Zach
are we
Zach
Wilson.
at
taking?
1.
Can we
Zach
take
Wilson is the-
take out rookies?
All right.
I think
take out-
rookies.
Okay,
I think our rookies should be there.
Zach Wilson at 1. This is me, garbage bias. I'm putting Justin Fields at 2. I am.
Who is
From what I've
starting
seen
for
this
the-
year,
You think Justin Fields is the second worst quarterback in the
You're
league?
lying. You're
Yeah, you
lying.
are lying.
You're taking this too far, bro.
I am. Y'all want to
You're
pull up his
taking this
stats right now?
too
He
far.
has the 30. He's the second worst QBR rating right now.
That's why nobody likes you.
I'm going up his stats right now because y'all don't like to hear facts. That's why. If he's not a good, the little thing, I saw a comment that said, "Hey, Justin Fields, he just struggles at passing. That's it. But he's a great athlete. That's the one job of a quarterback to throw the ball. Like, are you kidding me? This is how delusional people are.
He
This is how much
is
the
in a-
media sways y'all.
He's in a position where he cannot succeed right now.
We said, but we just
As of right now, I have to actually look at a list of quarterbacks to see my bottom 5. I don't think he's in my bottom 5 right now.
He's not in your bottom.
He's definitely
in bottom 5.
he's probably around 20-ish to me, probably at this point.
He's probably in the bottom 10, maybe. But like
No, he's
5?
bottom 5.
This many.
He's in the bottom 5. Justin Fields is the bottom. He is that bad. Have y'all seen this man play? I cut the game on for 15 minutes on Sunday, and it was trash. It was horrible. He got beat 41-10, and then he's blaming the coaches for the problem. He's out here throwing picks on screens. on halfback screens.
That's
Those
why I think
interceptions.
if you say you're watching the games, them plays are not good plays either. Like I don't fully. He's not playing well. Don't get me wrong. I don't think he's like a top 5 quarterback or nothing like that. But I don't think it's solely on him being bad. I don't think he's being put like his skill set is not for Mahomes. Like,
Are we talking about
they're
those?
trying to
Is
play
this
him like he's
performance based or
Mahomes.
is this skill based? Because when we're talking about, I'm talking about top
It has
like
to be
the worst
both.
quarterbacks.
It has to
Well,
be both.
Quarterbacks throw the ball, and this joker can't throw the ball well. So go ahead. I'll take a lot. I'll take a majority,
But it's not
a
just
large
that
majority of
either,
quarterbacks over him.
Who is
It's
starting for the Titans?
Oh,
Tannehill.
Ryan
I
Tannehill,
was like,
maybe.
is Levis
He
starting?
may be. Yeah, he may be. He may be.
But yeah,
Levis, has Levis been playing?
No, Levis hasn't played yet. What happened to Malik Willis?
Yeah, like they've drafted 2 quarterbacks in the past 5 years.
Malik Willis is just not good, apparently.
Dang.
A lot of these teams are missing QBs.
Like Trey Lance. You like Trey Lance?
Somebody's missing from this. Somebody's missing from this.
I don't know.
I feel like there's more bad quarterbacks out there. So what's the verdict on Mac Jones?
I need to see a list to make a bottom 5, but Mac Jones is probably getting there.
I'm just
Not
looking
gonna
at
lie.
the worst teams.
I gotta.
Yeah, that's gonna have to be something we think about.
Would y'all take Deshaun Watson or Justin Fields right now?
Probably Justin Fields, to be honest with you. I'm not gonna lie.
I probably would too.
Me
Just
too.
because I've seen him do some things more recently than I've seen Deshaun Watson do them.
Like
I've
if we took a healthy Browns team, including Nick Chubb, I think
And putting Justin Fields on that team, I don't know.
Yeah.
They might be nice. They might be nice. If
Yeah.
they can, he's like, they need to run like a college type offense for that man.
Repeat what you just said. You.
Me?
Yes. Repeat what you just said.
What did I
We need
say?
to run a college office. That just
No, we need to
shows
run-
how bad he is. You have to run a college office for this quarterback. He's trash. He's a bona fide scrub.
He's a bona fide scrub.
He can't throw
Nah,
the ball. He's a
the
running
point
back.
is, like Rick was saying, I think they need an offense that suits him better.
Justin Fields is, I said this in the chat, he is the quarterback who we thought Lamar Jackson was. Everybody trashed Lamar
Nobody thought he
Jackson.
was good.
Cool.
You
Who
need to
did?
stop.
People
You be telling us about what other people say.
People did. Rick, am I
You don't be
lying?
saying these
Rick,
things.
am I lying? People were they're calling Lamar Jackson.
No, I've definitely heard it before.
I mean, but I think that's only because he's running quarterback. Anybody that comes that's running quarterback can be compared to
Justin
Lamar.
Fields can't do nothing but run the ball, and I'm sick and tired of the media hyping this man up. This man runs 30 yards, it's glazing all over him. Oh my God, Justin Fields. He's such a great athlete.
Speaking about glazing, I wasn't gonna bring this guy up. But I was gonna say I think that I think Justin Herbert is an overhyped Kirk Cousins.
What'd you say, Tobias? Kirk Cousins' cousin? He's another cousin.
I think Justin Herbert's
There's a
overhyped.
cousin with a cannon.
No, all right.
He has a good receiving core or receivers, and he puts up a lot of stats. He can't win big games, but he puts up a lot of stats. But Justin Herbert is younger, and his play is probably sexier than Kirk Cousins, so he's gonna get a little more hype. But I think they're very similar. And both of those teams are teams that like to play close games for some reason. So one of them had to win, and Justin Herbert is better. I mean, I think Herbert's better than Cousins, but one of them had to win, and that was just like that game was exactly the way I thought it was gonna go.
I just want to point this out, though. I'm gonna say two things. One, that we both people who hate Justin Fields, the rest of y'all who don't like Justin Herbert that much. We contradict ourselves on the Justin Herbert take. Like, for the same reasons I don't like Justin Fields is the same reasons why y'all don't like Justin Herbert.
No, I have no problem with Justin Herbert at all.
Well, I don't know why y'all become combating it every time I say something about that. But anyways, besides
first of all,
that
you sent 7 different text messages on 8 different apps about Justin Herbert, so that doesn't help.
No, I don't know what you was talking about with that. I'm like, what?
Yes, you did,
It's
bro.
literally be just in the message. But anyways, let me get to my other thing so I can be fair here. You better clip this because I'm not gonna say it too often. Justin Herbert play has been not his play, but his execution has been worrying me, specifically in the fourth quarter. In the fourth quarter, and when it comes down to winning the game, because the biggest thing that I've advocated for is that his coaches don't put him in the best scenarios for him to win the game. His defense isn't helping him and stuff. But here he is with chances to win the game. Like the first 2 games, they were really close. He had the ball to win the game. It's not a heavy pass offense. They're bouncing the ball pretty well. So he's in good positions. It's just like he can't do it. So Pat, first 2 weeks worried me as a Justin Herbert fan. It worried me. It did. I still think he's that guy. I still think he has the talent. He's got the arm talent. He's a mobile quarterback. So I mean, I still like him, but like I can't. That's why I've been talking trash. That's why I've been talking smack.
I don't understand you at all, bro. I literally have said that for the last 2 weeks, and you just did not care. You just kept saying,
Coach, yeah, because deny. You got to deny. You can get
that is not okay. You have a platform.
No, deny. You can't admit you wrong on this platform.
You're on
the internet.
Exactly. You can't admit you wrong. You just keep going.
That's horrible. You're never going to get signed.
Yeah.
You're never going to get an ESPN.
ESPN never going to sign me.
We're going to get a what now deal. They're going to be like, everybody except Tobias can come on.
Or maybe.
Hey, I don't know if y'all knew.
Honestly, because y'all be going through the media that much. Y'all be influenced so much, probably.
What?
No, you're influenced to have negative feelings
you
about
are.
everybody.
Talking about Justin Fields running a quarterback, running a college offense for that quarterback. That's to show he's not an NFL quarterback.
We just had a whole thing about Colorado.
If it works and they win, does it really matter?
Yes, it matters.
Why? The point is to win.
College is elementary compared to NFL, but we're not gonna get on that. We're not gonna digress. What's the next topic?
That is not use a freaking word.
So speaking of bottom 5 quarterbacks, do we think the Jets should move on
from Zach Wilson?
They just take their L and just.
I was really hoping we was going to talk about this. Whoever put this in there, I'm sorry, excuse my language, you're an idiot. Duh. Duh. Like,
why you're an idiot? I just want to see.
He's only. He's not gonna holler. Hey, he's only playing because Aaron Rodgers is hurt.
Right, but think of it like this. Sorry, I interrupted.
No, you go. I was done.
What if they sit there and tank, not on purpose, but they lose every game? They could certainly draft a top quarterback.
That's tanking on purpose.
I mean, kind of, yeah, but like
that's tanking on purpose because if you know that he sucks and you play him, you don't expect to win.
That's awful.
I like what Shannon Sharp was talking about. He was going off about that man on Monday. Because I'm how like nobody on that offense, nobody on that team, not just offense, the team has confidence in him when he lines with quarterback.
Fighting on the sideline.
He can't play.
Yeah, like they're like it's that bad.
Somebody made some kind of comment toward him, and it was a little heated.
When he was like, "What?" Like
he said he can't play dead in a horror movie. He can't play dead. No,
I just seen a bad quote
perennial
about this
backup or the backup to the backup, make his little money without ever getting hurt. Good for him.
Do y'all think? All right, a better way because I just wanted to see what funny reaction we have from this. Do y'all think that he has a future in the NFL? Is it that bad?
As the backup to the backup, he's gonna make money.
Like as a backup though.
If Nathan Peterman had a future, then he got a future. Nathan Peterman played the worst game I've ever seen in my life.
He'll be.
Did he play? Wait, what? Why do you hate Nathan Peterman? What happened? Did he play for y'all, or like what happened?
No, I just watched the game and he threw like 4 picks and four throws. This is not football.
How you all for 4 picks?
Like I cannot throw 4 picks in a row in a football game.
I just throw it away.
But speaking of, I was about to say something else.
I just lost my volume. Can y'all hear me?
Yep.
Yeah. Speaking of
Can't hear y'all.
Jets. Oh yeah. They talking about Aaron Rodgers could be back by the playoffs.
No. He's too old for that, man. Let that man recover.
The fact that you tore your Achilles and you think you can be back in 7 months is funny for one. And you're 40.
He gonna do them spiritual things, like the
Yeah.
exercises.
He
That's
think-
exactly what I'm gonna do.
He thinks drugs will get him back on the field.
That man's leg is gonna snap in half. It's just gonna be hanging from his knee socket.
My leg.
Like, bro, like I just don't understand why Aaron Rodgers just keeps talking. Just stay.
I don't. Yeah.
Like, bro, you're not
He's a
playing.
narcissist, bro.
I know we really going off, but just talk about just a lot of talking. Wasn't even on the schedule, but Reek, I wanted you to like build on it more. Micah Parsons, man. Why'd you say what you said? You told me and Jay. You told me and Jay is like Micah Parsons getting too cocky. What made you say that?
Oh, I think before the
I got
Cardinals
something to say to
game.
that too when you're done.
Before the Cardinals game, he was just talking about, like, I think there's a fine line between cocky and confidence, and he was saying, and it might be more in the tone. He was just like, we Lions, we about to hunt Josh Dobbs, like specifically saying Josh Dobbs' name and stuff like that. I think you can be like, we're gonna come out there and dominate the Cardinals.
Yeah,
But then when you start talking about you're gonna hunt Josh Dobbs, he gonna be on my prey list and stuff like that. I think that's a little too much. And that I feel like him being on the Cowboys, obviously he's gonna get more media attention. And then him being on the Cowboys and him being good, I think that's getting to his head. I'm not gonna lie. I think he's getting to his head.
He's getting annoying. Like it's like he's just talking too much. Like that podcast. I'm tired of seeing. If I'm not subscribed to your podcast, I don't want to see your clips on my Instagram. So ESPN, stop doing it. I don't want to see this. Talk way too
to
much.
that point, I don't care about when I'm watching NFL about Taylor Swift. I promise to God,
Please
do not care. I don't care. I don't care.
I can't.
I do not
That's
care.
another thing. That's Colorado level type for me, but way more.
Dog,
They had
I
topics.
do not
That pisses me off.
care. Like,
Every play we're watching her.
like, are you kidding me?
Come out. The Swifties are out today. Oh my
Yeah,
god!
let's not post this.
Like it's nothing sacred. Like I thought we were safe in football.
I think the off the field stuff, like like him going up in jersey sales and stuff like that was kind of cool. That was kind of okay to know, bro. If y'all put that girl on my timeline one more time, it's going to be an issue. Like that is crazy. Like that is the real deal narrative pushing.
Yeah, like
in every sense of the word, bro.
And then the Chiefs aren't helping. Mahomes in his interview was talking about Taylor Swift out there. Travis, we got to get you a touchdown in front of her.
Bill Belichick talked about her.
Yes, I was just about to say. Yeah, what's going on?
And like nobody's saying they don't care. Like everybody's just feeding into it.
She must.
I don't know. That's like it's like an industry plant type thing.
I totally think they probably are dating or going on dates, whatever. I think that's legit.
Definitely
but
a
they're
PR
totally like in the background, like, you want to watch the world go crazy.
No,
Like,
it's
they're
definitely. I think it's definitely a
playing
PR
this up.
move.
They're
Like
laughing at it.
that brings Taylor Swift fans to NFL.
Right.
It does.
Like you can clearly see the money grab, but like
Right.
someone I've been seeing all
it's
these like
weird. I was
TikToks
about to
talking
say
about.
now. It just
Yeah. What
totally,
you
like,
talking about?
Puppeteer stringing us all.
Micah.
weird.
Oh, yeah, I don't know if y'all have heard it, but I was watching First Things First, and somebody brought up the fact that like all these players with like the new media stuff, the players that are doing like podcasts and stuff now, none of them are this young. Like for instance, Draymond is a vet. Paul George is a vet. Again, Draymond has won before. Who else has a podcast that they do?
I know what's his
Kelsey,
name.
like they've won before. But like he's different in that way.
He's too young. He's a dummy.
He's too like, why are you talking? Like, go out there and play.
Thank you.
Who?
I almost
Michael
said
Parsons.
something, but yeah.
In his podcast.
It's like it's like Reese, he's just too cocky. Like you haven't done enough to be running your mouth to vets like that. Like Tyreek Hill. Like I'm glad they like, they entertain it. Like Tyreek's being a little playful with it. But like you're not that guy yet. Like you got levels. Like you gotta
comparing him
earn.
to Lawrence Taylor and all this other stuff.
Like no.
So early. And I think it's getting to his head. And it's gonna come back and bite him. You're already on the Cowboys, so you're already a team that likes to fold. Clearly, you also the worst team in football. But after dominating your first two wins against New York teams who are awful, with Zach Wilson and Daniel Jones is like ridiculous.
For me, it's more along the lines of like, why do we care what you have to say?
Yeah,
Like, why do we really have to listen to you? Really?
I get that.
Like, you ain't got no stain yet.
Yeah, like come on, bro. At least one.
His audience is probably 13, 12-year-olds
Cowboys fans?
on it. Yeah, Cowboys fans and like 12-year-olds, like kids. That's probably whose audience. Like you're not gonna find no old heads tuning into his podcast.
Because
that are
like he
Cowboys
hasn't
fans.
even gotten a chance to fall off yet.
Exactly. Yeah.
Because like if he falls off, it's not gonna age well. It's not gonna.
What is this? His third year?
I think it's his second year.
His second year. He's still on his rookie deal.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Yeah, he hasn't even got time to fall off yet.
I think last year was his rookie year.
I do think he'll be actually like when he retires, he'll be like he'll be that good, but we're crowning him too early, and it's like Rick, you made a good point on it. Like it's bad for him because it's setting his expectation way too high.
Yeah, this is third year.
Okay. Like from like Myles Garrett, Nick Bosa, kinda, TJ Watt, and all them.
Mm-hmm.
We never really had that expectation. They kind of earned it. So then now we can see.
And they didn't talk.
Aaron Donald. We didn't have that expectation. Von Miller. None of these guys had the expectation.
Von Miller kind of talk a little bit, but just a little bit. But yeah,
we're putting this.
But he was also winning.
He was also very good
at the highest. He was winning
He
at the
was
highest
very,
level,
very good.
winning Super Bowls.
Yeah, but like he was struggling to sack Josh Dobbs for 3 quarters. We watched him. He was struggling to get in the backfield against the Arizona Cardinals. Dude, come on, like
it was just it's just a lot for the very beginning when you haven't done it. You're playing well, but you haven't actually done anything.
And I think that too is also another Jerry Jones money grab.
And you're still probably can still lose in the divisional round this year to the same team, the 49ers, 3 years in a row. Because the 49ers are probably better than you.
Mm-hmm.
Especially if Brock Purdy keep not turning the ball over, then that's all they need him to do.
Brock Purdy is doing the perfect job for what he's being asked.
Yeah.
The Purdy.
All right.
Purdy,
What's next?
All right. Last one. And we kind of already touched on it, so it can kind of be short if y'all want. How are we feeling about our NFL predictions after week 3?
What were our predictions? Because
I don't remember. Just
y'all
like how y'all thought the teams were gonna be.
Y'all skipped the episode for the NFL predictions week. I'm gonna say it on here. When I was on my cruise, I was like, "We skipping this week?" Yeah, we skipped. I was ready to see y'all predictions. And y'all
if you wasn't there, then don't talk.
Y'all never did it. I'm sorry. I was
right, Jay. Let's say it again.
It don't matter the reason. It don't matter the reason.
I was international waters.
You weren't here. You wasn't here.
You just said the same thing to us. If you wasn't there, hush.
Yeah. That's not true. I'd have been on here.
Yes, that is 100% something.
That's literally what you would say.
I've been on here every single time unless I'm outside the country.
Bro, that's not the point.
Okay, how about this? Are you surprised by anything after week 3? I am. Jaguars. Bucks are also did better than I thought they would, at least the first 2 games. Last night wasn't bad.
By the Falcons. I'm surprised by the Falcons.
They play bad on this past week.
Yeah, but
I was interested to see how.
Yeah, I'm somewhat surprised by the Falcons too.
Yeah.
I'm not. I said they were going to win the division. So
Falcons and the Bengals. The Bengals,
bars in hell.
I wanted the Bengals to lose so bad last night.
I
wanted them to lose so bad.
I needed them to win, so I need Jamar to do good in my fantasy. So I was kind of pulling for him.
Oh, you mean the guy you're trying to get rid of?
Wow. Yes, but hey, he's back, baby. So I give him a week. I give him a couple weeks now.
He had 30 targets, Tobias. I mean, he better have.
Exactly.
Him and Keenan Allen had 30 targets. Justin Herbert said, "All right, I'm not throwing nobody else. I'm just going to throw to Keenan." he had like 18 catches.
That's crazy. Who else am I surprised? What else am I surprised by? The biggest surprise.
The Chiefs are just cruising along again.
Yeah,
like they are turning into the Warriors. Just a little cruising through the regular season.
I'm not really surprised about anything, to be real.
Nah, you surprised, bro.
Texans are decent. That's a little surprising.
Yeah,
it's a tad.
CJ Stroud surprised me because I was sold on that. Ohio State quarterbacks don't do good in the NFL, so he may be the guy to break the chain. So.
You know what's not surprising? That the Ravens have 10
A
starters out.
million injuries.
That's a whole one side of the field.
That's
So
a good thing to do now. Yeah. What your team? What how do you feel about your team after week 3?
My team is great. We beat the Colts. I mean, we lost to the Colts in overtime where the offense didn't play well, but again, we didn't have 7 starters on offense. Justin Tucker missed the game-winning field goal from 61. And then we went to overtime.
Hey, the way that y'all just try him out there in that field, I'll be like,
He's
all right.
made it. He's
Like,
made it before. So
yeah, it's like if we get to the 50, we're good.
they be treating him like he's like a video, like it's a video game. Yeah, like just put him in like he's
if he on the
automatic.
field, it's his range.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that's what we got him for, to win the games for us.
That stuff goes a long way, bro.
But it's just luckily only one that's out for the season is JK. But it's just like it's always happens this way with us. People start coming back, but then more people start getting hurt, and it's just like we're just never relatively healthy, and we can never. And like we always have a chance if Lamar's playing, but Lamar can only do so much if the whole starting offense is not on the field, and it's like. Golly, man. And the offense actually, I think we didn't play well at the end of the game, but I think we actually look good. It's well balanced. We just have to have our playmakers on the field, and we don't have them. So that's my spiel on my team. I'll go ahead, my Jones.
Jamie, how do you feel about the Bucks?
Better than I thought.
You gonna get your hopes up?
No,
You should.
So
I'm
we should.
realistic.
You should is crazy.
Jalen.
We can break it down at the end of the season.
No, I want you to get your hopes up so I can say I told you so at the very end.
You was gonna lie about it anyway.
Clearly,
Because everybody knows that you lie now.
you're a known liar.
It is
We
what
got
it is,
quick
man.
hitters, hot takes.
Wait, Jalen, wait. I want to hear what Jalen.
We're exactly where I thought we would be. You were exactly where we thought we'd be. I don't know how my picks are looking now. I forgot what my picks were looking like, but
You thought our offense was
we're
gonna be this
exactly
bad?
like I'm right in the middle.
You thought our offense was gonna be this bad?
No, no. I was hoping that Kyle would be right about something, even though I knew that he wouldn't. So no, it's not really.
No, we all agreed on that. It's no offense, Kyle, but
Why did he say
that he said it was he said George Pickens and Kenny Pickett were going to be like the best, one of the best.
He said a top 5 receiver duo.
Yeah, no.
Receiver duo.
I'm disappointed about Kenny Pickett, Matt Canada. I couldn't even get. I didn't know where to start on that, honestly. But hey, he was in his bag last game, so round of applause.
But to be fair, you probably played honestly, it might be the worst team in the league. The Cardinals are probably better than them.
Hey, listen, like Mike T says.
I'm sorry. Why is the Steelers versus the Raiders on Sunday Night Football? Coming into the season, we both knew that neither one of those teams were supposed to be that good. That game should not be on Sunday Night Football. I'm
Steeler
sorry.
Nation, baby. It's all about
I'm
that.
sorry.
What the Raiders?
Steelers versus the
I
Raiders.
looked at the schedule. I looked at the game. I was like, oh.
But to be honest, I'd rather
Slow
see
night.
that than see another Cowboys game on Sunday Night Football.
Right.
Yeah, but the Steelers are apparently they're first in the division. I don't know because they beat the Browns, but we beat the Bengals. But I guess the Browns are better than the Bengals, so they get the first place. I don't know. We all 2-1.
I put in my mind that I'm gonna be doing that bet. Like that's the mental state. I'm not even like trying to be played down. Like I'm legit.
We don't even know what the bet is gonna be yet.
Jalen.
Hey, I'm
Figure it out.
I'm tired of you coming for me, dude.
You supposed to give us the bet.
I don't know, man. I'm gonna make y'all do something crazy on camera for the world to see.
Eat a clove of garlic.
No, y'all are not doing that.
Yes.
Well,
if you want to eat some garlic on camera, then
whatever we have to do, you got to do a bet too, and you got to do that. It got to be that same bet with somebody.
That makes
there
no
you go.
sense. You know that.
There you go. We can't do a bet, and then y'all be scared to do the same
A bet. If you lose a bet,
We're not in the bet. That's the point of the bet.
It shouldn't be
Add
something
people
that's
in there.
accommodating. You should do something that you don't want to do, but it shouldn't be like very embarrassing.
Shut up.
I'm just saying, why he's scared right now? Because he don't want to.
I mean,
I'm not in the bet, bro. What are y'all not getting?
So do something. So make it something that isn't
You're
as
a part of
embarrassing
the bet. Why would you?
because it makes it more exciting. You get the thrill of it.
You're a weirdo.
You're weird. You just want to do it.
You are a
just wanna do
weirdo,
it.
bro.
All right, real quick. These are some of the things that I've seen. It's the wildest week 3 NFL takes. These be quick hitters, I guess. Some of them might not be good. I don't know. I really didn't read them all. Somebody said, not gonna lie, Kirk Cousins makes a bunch of teams contenders.
I saw that. Who
A
said
bunch of teams, like a bunch of his teams, or a bunch of other teams if you were switched.
A bunch of other teams he would switch. He'll make them contenders.
Probably.
like who?
I don't know who
Like
else?
Super Bowl contenders?
I'm about to say it, bro.
You put them on the Lions,
I'm about
The
to say
Steelers?
it. I'm about to say it.
Steelers. Hey, slick. Hey,
I'm
slick.
about to say
Hey,
it, bro.
you put Kirk Cousins on the Steelers? Hey, I don't know, bro.
The way he be throwing it to Justin Jefferson, Big is gonna go dog crazy.
Pickens be the best receiver in the
Like,
He's gonna be nuts, bro.
Would the Chargers be better?
no. Next.
All right. Somebody said, LOL, Jets gonna get trade demands from Sauce, Brees, and Garrett next week if Zach is still their starter.
That's a huge overreaction.
Hey man,
Like, they don't hate that man
rebuilding.
that much.
Rebuilding in week 5 after you had Super Bowl intentions is so funny.
Because
Like-
of the quarterback.
That is
It's not like
crazy.
it's their starting quarterback. This is a backup quarterback.
You know
Like
how bad you gotta be to start a rebuild yourself.
I pray that he's mentally okay.
No, he's
But-
not. He everybody hates
Man,
him.
that man is getting M's.
Yes.
Like, he does not care.
But well, we know his character anyway.
The only
Uh,
person in his corner is his coach, and he's like shielding him because
I
they
don't even
keep
think he's in his corner.
they are daring him to say something bad about him in the media. Like, oh, how you about Zach Wilson? Zach Wilson, like he's our guy. He's our guy.
I think
Next Wilson.
Salah's on the hot seat,
Oh,
and
he's
he's keeping Zach Wilson playing, so the hot seat can be on. So Zach Wilson can be at fault rather than him.
That's a terrible franchise.
That's a
That's a
yeah.
terrible franchise. That's just so bad.
All right, TJ Watt over Michael Parsons.
Absolutely great.
Absolutely, I wouldn't go absolutely, but it's definitely comparable.
I say yeah. I say TJ
I
Watt.
wouldn't be mad if somebody said no. I wouldn't be mad if somebody said yes.
Real Steelers fans would have said absolutely, but carry on.
Hey, I'm a Ravens fan. I said absolutely.
Mm.
Mm,
Mm,
mm, mm,
mm,
mm.
mm. I got a Steelers jersey if you want one.
You don't want that. He gonna brag. All right. Crazy that we live in a world where Jared Goff is clearly better quarterback than Lamar Jackson.
No, I saw that.
No, that is
I was like,
crazy.
oh, okay.
Who said that? This is like a
Good.
tweet or something?
Yeah, tweet from a random person.
Yeah.
Anyways, put Lamar on Detroit, and Detroit, especially in NFC,
Oh yeah.
Detroit might mess around
Detroit?
and get the NFC
What?
championship.
Absolutely. They got a man.
You
Hawkins
put
standing
Jared
around
Goff
for
on that
Monroe?
on that Ravens offense.
No, y'all
He ain't doing nothing with
You
them.
ain't doing nothing. You got a Monroe. Yeah, that's a nice team, actually, if Lamar goes there.
The Bears won't mistake. The Bears' worst mistake was actually moving on from Trubisky. Who would have thought?
That, bruh,
Mm,
you act like other people's opinions makes you right.
I'm just saying, hey,
Funniest
listen,
thing.
because I'm the only person on this opinion right now on this podcast, and it feels like the whole world against me. So when I find somebody who somewhat agrees, I'm like, thank
Nobody's
God.
against
Thank
you,
God.
bro.
Somebody with some sanity.
You just need some haters, bro.
No, he likes having a chip on his shoulder. So I let him.
No, bro.
So I let him have it now.
Why you talk about me in third person like that? You know, he likes having a chip on his
That's
shoulder.
why I was second person. I'm talking
Or whatever.
We're talking about somebody else.
All right. McDaniels and Belichick should send Brady $1 million a year. They'd be nothing without that man.
Facts.
Wait, say it again.
That boy Tommy winning.
McDaniels and Belichick should send Brady $1 million a year. They would be nothing without him.
Absolutely.
He's got enough.
Did
now.
y'all see? I'm sorry. That was the dumbest excuse on Sunday night. Why he went for 3? You hear what he said? And he said, we went for 3 and they're down 8. He said, oh, we're going to have another drive anyways. No! For it.
Why
It
you
was-
gonna
it was
assume
fourth
that you're
and
gonna get
goal.
the ball back?
Exactly. Yeah.
I think Belichick's at the point where I have a feeling he doesn't really care anymore.
I'm sure he hasn't cared since like
Brady left.
Probably before Brady left, to be
I
honest.
was going to say like 2019.
Since they got that comeback against the Falcons, it's probably like, all right, that's it. That's all we got. All right, next one. Seems like 25% of the league is tanking for Caleb Williams, according to the fans. One player, a lot of teams. I guess they're saying a lot of teams aren't playing that well. I'm still wondering what the
I feel
Cardinals.
like tanking is something that's intentional, though.
I'm still trying to figure out what the Cardinals going to do with Kyler because he just got paid. Like, and are they going to trade him? Like, they're going to get Caleb Williams and just they're going to forget Kyler's going to get healthy at some point.
Just like Deshaun Watson, just out there getting money for no reason.
All right. Tua has been getting a lot of love, but you can see in some of these people's eyes, they hate to give him any credit.
I think that's facts. I think a lot of people don't want to give Tua credit.
Yep. I said last year, I said this on here. Last year when Tua was healthy, that team was really good.
He was about to win MVP, bro. If he didn't crack his head.
Is that?
I wouldn't say that.
He wasn't in the talks for MVP last year.
That was my overreaction.
He wasn't about to win it.
Maybe I'm exaggerating, but he was definitely in the talks.
But I said that he was playing really well when he was healthy last year. And now this year, so far, obviously he's been healthy. So he just got it. And it's crazy that the Dolphins' only thing that they're worried about is making sure Tua stays healthy, which is crazy.
Isn't it? That's a great problem to have.
All right. Last one. In this league, we say all the time, don't overreact, but somebody in Denver has to be fired by the end of the week.
I've seen all of these and they're still funny. I mean, you're not finna fire either one of the two that's on that picture. So
I'm sorry. That whole defensive coaching staff would have been gone. If I was the owner, because they're the owners of Walmart, so they got money. They just bought the team. They would have been gone. 70 points is an embarrassment.
70 points is insane, bro.
And the Dolphins didn't kick the field goal to not break the record. Like 72 is the record, and they were in range, but they just took a knee to end the game instead of kicking the field goal to break the record.
I would have broke it.
I would have broke it too. Sorry, you should have stopped me.
Like all that trying to be nice. Yeah, we good.
At 70 points, at that point, you're not being nice anyway.
Like you scored 70 points.
they had like, I think they had 70 with like 8 minutes left in the game.
Like, bruh.
They could have got 100. I mean, Robbie Anderson, his name is Robbie Chosen now, came in and got a 65-yard touchdown. That man is the skinniest man in the world playing football, getting 65-yard touchdowns 13 years into his career. That's it, though. That's all we got.
Nice.
I was gonna. Let me just say, I had this overreaction. I forgot to say it. But overreaction is that I can't say it. No.
Sorry, gotta be quicker than that.
Gotta go.
All right, we at the end of the show, guys.
He's such a pushover.
Rude.
Sorry.
Man, say your overreaction, man.
No, I'm not saying my overreaction now.
All right, then end the show. Do something.
No, I'm saying my overreaction. No, I'm just kidding.
Bruh, don't start.
Get it together.
No, I'm saying my overreaction. No, I'm just kidding. We end the show.
Yeah, I'm about to get off. I'm about to
just log off.
All right, scripture for the
Subscribe
day. It comes from Mark chapter 9, verse 23. Keeping it simple here. Jesus said to him, if you can believe, all things are possible for one who believes.
What does that mean, Tobias?
It means all things are possible to the one who believes. Exactly. Thank you, Jamie. So I believe we're gonna make a comeback. Actually, no, I don't believe that. I'm sorry.
Who's we?
You just applied that to sports?
Yeah.
Who's
All
we?
right.
Apply to everything. Steelers.
I don't think never mind. Okay. Like, rate, subscribe.
I thought you were a Chargers
Show your
fan.
brother, show your girlfriend, show your
I
boyfriend,
am.
show your best friend, show your aunt, show your grandma, show your uncle. Grab their phone. Subscribe on their phone.
You and your daughter.
And your daughter.
Yeah.
Don't forget about the sons too.
We know how you rock. Yeah, go ahead, man. Let's go ahead.
Don't make me mad.
All right. We'll see y'all next week. Peace, peace, peace.
Player out here.
Hey.